I've been involved in the funeral business all my life. I was raised in a family that had a funeral service, a funeral home. It was a family calling rather than a business. So death to me is familiar. I think back through my life growing up in Newton, just down the street from here on the corner, Ryerson and Main, and that's where my grandfather and grandmother lived in that house. And when there was a funeral call, the house, the first floor was cleaned out of furniture, and Grandma's valuable things were put away. And we had the funeral service right there in the parlor of the house. I think of all the people down through my life that I lost. A dear friend in grade school who went hunting one day with a group of boys and accidentally was shot to death. Later on in high school, I lost a very, very close friend again to an accidental auto accident on a New Year's Eve. And that affected me a lot because in both of these cases, I had to go with my dad up to the hospital and bring those bodies back to the funeral home for preparation. And at the time, it didn't really zero in on me, but now that I think about it, it was kind of traumatic to me to see those friends of mine. So that's tragic death. And then there's when I was in the service, I was stationed over in Germany, and several of the pilots that were patrolling the East Berlin or the East Germany border during the Cold War were killed by attacks from the East German and Russian air forces. So they were heroic deaths to me because the men were serving our country. And then going on down through my family, of course my grandmother and father passed away, but again, that was sort of natural. I mean, they were in their 90s, so it was a blessing perhaps. So that was a blessed, those were blessed deaths as well as my mother and father. But then I get to a phantom death, I call it. I lost the love and the companionship of a daughter and a granddaughter. They've become more and more distant in their ability to interact with the rest of the family. I think of the funeral services that we're all familiar with, and the quotes from Revelation and John. I'm sure that my faith in God and everlasting life is brought forth to me more and more as I get older. I'm old enough now, of course, but aren't we all? Well, I think of Christ Care, for instance. That one little group that we meet every couple of times a month for the past number of years has helped me immensely and through our Bible studies, and we all share together the love of Christ and what He brought to us and blessed us with.